Can you dig it, Carl?
Oh my God. Really?
Bring the digits.
Wow.
Digits.
This is the first thing people are going to watch when they actually watch the video. And now we're like, yeah, I'm not going to watch. I'm going to skip it. So. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Windy City Digits. We said we'd always jump on whenever there were news that was going on.
Brought to you by
drinking
Sprite
tonight, huh?
Brought to you by Sprite Zero.
Wow. Nice job.
Yes,
so
right.
the Bulls signed today Goran Dragic to a one-year deal. Or supposedly it was announced that he's signing a one-year deal.
Yep. 1 year, $2.9 million.
What do you think about that?
I'm confused and worried.
Okay.
Confused and worried. How about that?
Okay.
Does that kind of resonate with you at all?
I kind of understand the worried part. I kind of see where you're going along that lines, but please elaborate.
All right. So, okay. One, I'm confused because we drafted Dalen Terry. We have Lonzo as our starting guard. Presumably, I thought Io would be getting most of the point guard reserve minutes or second, team. And then you do have Dalen Terry who could probably play three positions. You've got Alex Caruso who could also play three positions, and then you got Kobe White, very similar. So you got a lot of guards on your team. So where are his minutes going to be? All right, now worried because maybe we don't know something, and this has been floated out there quite a bit. Is Lonzo hurt more than the front office has let on? That's the worried part. And your thoughts, Coach?
Coach. I don't think they made the signing as an insurance plan. I think that is it a question if Lonzo's going to make it through the whole season? Yeah, for sure. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, man? Look, I don't think it's always good to have an extra backup guard, right? But AC or IO can fill that spot, right? I do see where, people would start to think that way.
But you're fighting yourself on this, aren't you?
I think it's a great sign. I think they're thinking outside the box.
All right. Okay. So you said you saw when I said worried that you could see that. So
I can see where you're thinking that Lonzo isn't ready to, Lonzo's really still hurt.
Well, that's what I mean. You should see. Maybe you didn't see Twitter today because you were at your family function, but on Twitter today there were a lot of people thinking that Lonzo is not coming back in the beginning of the year. Like he's like someone has told us that he's out. He's not officially out by any means. Mark Eversley literally talked about it and said he's under the assumption that if all things go good with his knee, he will be ready for the beginning of the year. Yeah. But maybe they know something else. That's the concern.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. Like I said, I like the sign. Look, I like the idea of that second team playing like a 3-guard offense. Like I could see where you've got Io, AC, and Dragic all in at the same time in that second unit. But with the way Billy plays his lineups, right, chances are either DeMar or Zach are going to be in the game at all times. So I could see easily where, they could be interchangeable pieces really more than anything else. All right, so let's see what you got for numbers.
All right. My favorite resource, Basketball Reference. Goran Dragic, 36 years old. Let's see, he was a second round 15th pick. Dang, man. That Dalen Terry could be really successful, buddy.
Yeah. Again, just a question where he's going to get his minutes, but.
So last year's points here, 7.5. I think that's what people are fixated on, because if you go down into the stats here, and you don't really look at the years here, you could kind of think like this is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So You take this combined, the total last year, he shot 254 from 3-point percentage, playing 23 minutes per game for Toronto and Brooklyn Nets. But that's not how he's played in the previous years. His last full year was with Miami.
And that was in a backup role, I think.
He was 26, 27 minutes a game. That makes sense. He only started 11 games right here. Previous to that, I mean, his last full year as a starter, I mean, he was making 17 points a game as a starter, shooting a 37% clip. Let's see, rebounds 4, assists almost 5. I mean, that's somebody that can dish the ball out, and that's great for the Bulls to have someone like that. We don't really, besides Lonzo, who else is a really, really good passer like that?
AC's a pretty good passer.
Right?
Io last year, they were like, Stacey couldn't comment enough about his no-look passing for Io when he was in the game. So I mean, look, last year they kind of had to do it by committee once Lonzo got out. That Io had to play some of those minutes, right? Kobe had to play some of those minutes. AC had to play some of those minutes in place. But look, I don't think they made this signing to bring in Dragic as a point guard. I think they literally brought him in for his shooting. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think there were some better shooters out there to be had, but not a ton left. So, I just think
the TJ Warren thing, I think at the end of the day was just an injury concern. I think they couldn't come up with the right number, and with the limited number of games he's played, they just didn't feel good about TJ Warren. I think just not.
I felt good about him, man.
Then you signed him to the damn contract.
I felt good about him.
You signed him to the contract, right?
I kind of have that kind of money, man.
Look, I like I said, I think that I like the way they're thinking outside the box.
Oh man, you know what's weird between you and I? You almost want to kiss AKME all over the face on every move they do. You don't even criticize them one bit. Not one bit.
They haven't given us really any reason to criticize them.
Well, you would disagree then with half of Twitter world and half of the Bulls fans out there.
Yeah, half of Twitter world also wants. Listen, half of Twitter world also wants us to trade away half the team just to get Kevin Durant.
That is true, and in fact, there was some kind of post by some crazy man that said we have the third best chance now to get Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
I have no idea where the heck that comes from. Yeah, all right, so let's post this. I like arguing with you. Can you even see? Yeah, exactly.
We have scores.
I think he'll be beneficial, not league changing, but still a decent signing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeffrey's got it.
It's yet another guy that like we would never get before. And from what I understand from reports is that guess who had a big leverage on him coming here?
Who?
Here, let me show you, dude. I want you to guess. I want you to be like, get your spidey senses. Get your spidey senses, coach.
Billy Donovan.
You think it's Billy Donovan?
Final answer.
All right, give me another choice. Give me one more guess.
Mark Eversley.
Jesus Christ. All right. Can you see it? Nicola.
Okay, look, Nicola might have talked him into saying to come here, but that means that
now here comes the excuses.
No, okay, so that's basically look. He can be part of that negotiation, right? But at the end of the day, behind the scenes, Eversley and Karnisovas wanted him.
Of course.
No, he was on no one's radar.
They're not just going to get him just because Vooch wanted him.
That's my point.
Well, you didn't make a point. There was no point.
I just said
you are a tiresome person to podcast with sometimes.
Oh, Jeffrey,
can somebody else please ask us? Give us some input. What do you think about Dragic? Do you like
Jeffrey already
it?
commented what he said. Like he thinks that
Well, there's four.
I think
Supposedly
look again. I think it's a good signing. I just think they're thinking outside the box. They didn't bring him in to be a point guard. If he needs to be a point guard, he will be. But I think
absolutely.
I think they brought him in for scoring.
Well, I think he could play multiple positions too. So I think we've got quite a few people that could play the 1, 2, and 3. I still don't. We got who's on our. Let's talk about 4 and 5. Our 4, 5 players. You got Green, Williams, DeRozan could play 4, and then you've got.
Why would you play
I
DeRozan?
wonder if Simonovic. I wonder if Simonovic is going to even be on the team at the beginning of the year.
He's on the
Then you got
15-man
Tony
roster.
Bradley. Yeah, you got Tony Bradley. That's 4. I still see some kind of move in here.
So now you have 15 players under contract on the roster as of right now.
Yeah,
Marco's got to be on that active roster because he's not on a 2-way contract. So he's not playing with Windy City Bulls. He's going to be with the big club all year.
well then that means Tony Bradley needs to be gone.
Well, Tony Bradley's the one who opted in.
Yeah.
It's not like we said we're picking up your option.
No,
Tony
correct.
Bradley opted in.
Yeah.
Right.
So
if you cut him, that
I'm
cuts
assuming
against
he's
you.
gone.
Huh?
I'm assuming Tony Bradley's gone.
Well, look, you're going to pay him one way or the other, and he counts against your salary cap.
Yeah,
So the only way you're going to get rid of him is in a trade.
Well, maybe something helps out another team in some fashion, but
According to
I don't know what the Bulls are going to do.
According to you, some teams should be interested in Tony Bradley in a draft pick.
No, I didn't say Tony Bradley. Yeah, nice try.
That's
Making me
according
look
to you.
stupid. Thanks a lot. I said Kobe White and the Portland pick. Yes, and I'm not the only one that I saw that again all over the place from some other
You and half the Twitter world.
reputable. No, not just Twitter people, man. Some other NBA analysts who said there's got to be something else brewing. There's got to be. We've got way too many 1, 2, and 3s on our team.
So listen, thanks everyone's tuning into the stream right now and kind of watching us and hanging out with us a little bit. We'd love to hear what you guys think about this signing and then kind of where the Bulls are at with their current roster and the current makeup with the 15 players we've got on the roster. The two guys really, honestly, that I don't know how they're going to play or obviously are going to ride the end of the bench, maybe not even dress every game, is going to be Marco and Bradley. Don't you think?
That they're gonna be hardly playing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, here. This is a really good guy to follow, by the way. Look what Drew did. Those are some kind of interesting stats. Last full season, look at that, almost 56% on left corner threes. Leave him in the corner. Put baby in the corner.
Okay, you just further strengthened my argument that they did bring him in as a point guard. They brought him in as a shooter.
I'm not trying to further. You don't have an argument, man.
Yeah, I do.
We didn't have an argument. What was the argument about?
My point is that they're bringing him in a shooter. Your point was that you were concerned that there's something up with Lonzo and that they're bringing him in as a backup point guard.
We have way too many 1, 2, and 3s. Period.
So, but you thought your initial thought is that we're bringing him in because something you're concerned.
I said I was worried, all right, and confused.
Okay.
So concerned and confused. Yes, I'm confused because we have way too many 1, 2, and 3s, and I had a possible worry that why are we grabbing another 1, 2, 3 combo kind of guard? Is it because Lonzo's hurt?
Right.
And if Lonzo's hurt, I'm concerned that Lonzo's hurt. Not that we picked up Dragic.
Yeah, and I'm telling you that the reason they're picking him up is because they wanted to get a shooter and they got a shooter.
You think he's the shooter.
Look at those numbers right there.
Yeah, that's 1 year, man. I'm the one showing it. I'm not trying to screw myself, buddy.
Okay, just saying. Well,
it's a good.
I don't know.
Great point, man.
I think that Um, like I said, I think they're just bringing him as a sure. I think it's a good signing. I like the two signings that they brought in. Now I get the rest of Bulls Nation, a lot of Bulls Nation, and a lot of the Twitterverse think that we should have gotten more, and we should have done more. Look,
Different.
you weren't going to sign Mo Bamba for the kind of money that he signed for, right?
Agreed.
I
agree
was
with you.
too much money, and I don't care what anyone says about you need to pay. You need to pay these guys. Listen, you're not going to pay for a guy that wasn't exactly proven, and he hasn't won anything, right? Drummond, yes, he's an older player, 28. He's been in the league like 10 years. But
isn't it funny you call him older? We just signed Levine to a max deal.
Right.
At 28.
Right. But Drummond's been in the league for 10 years.
I know. He started when he was, 19?
19. So 10 years. And he's a proven player, right?
Yeah,
Dragic is a proven player. You know what? And we got him at decent. We got him at a decent price. You can say that the Bulls are trying to be cheap.
We got him at a excellent price as well as Drummond. And literally, I don't know if that's, like some of these guys are just like the Lakers have been able to sign quite a few excellent athletes over the years. I mean, they didn't pan out though last year. They signed a lot of people at league minimums and cheaper prices because those guys wanted to come to a team in an atmosphere where they thought they could win. And I think, you got, I don't know why Drummond and Gorac would want to come to the Bulls unless they thought they could win.
Well, didn't you say that Dallas fans were upset, or Dallas was upset that they didn't sign the guy?
Dallas was upset, yes.
So he must obviously think that the Bulls have a better championship opportunity for him as opposed to Dallas.
Yeah, maybe he just sees he's got a better chance to succeed individually, to be able to show that he's still, worthy of
playing in the league.
Yeah, not a $2.9 million deal.
Yeah,
because that guy's had one heck of a career.
He has. I mean, look, he's been a solid player, right? He just hasn't had. He's been one of these players that's been in the league a long time. He's been on some good teams, but has never really made that step toward even close. Like, I'm sure he signed with Brooklyn last year thinking that, okay, this is my shot. But obviously that didn't pan out.
Well, how did he in Miami? Wait, wasn't he?
I think he was on that championship team, wasn't he? In the bubble, or like the one that went to the finals?
I think it was 22. I think it was the one that went to the finals. Yeah,
in the bubble.
Yeah, because he hit some really good shots in that series. I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I once again we have to see. I still think that there's going to be some kind of move out there. I just don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be something simple, like you said. Maybe it's dumping Tony Bradley or some other. Who else could they get off their squad? Honestly, with the 15 guys they got on, who else would you drop?
You can't drop. It's not. This isn't like high school varsity. You just can't drop anybody because everyone's under contract is going to count against your cap.
I understand that. They still have some money under the cap.
Well, you're not going to sign anyone else.
No, you're not signing anyone else. Either you're trading or you're going to have. I mean, you can't have 15 guys on the roster.
You have 15 guys. Only 12 can dress. They changed the rules, so you can have 15 guys on the active roster. You can have 15 guys, but 3 don't dress. You can only have up to 12 dressed.
All right, and then we have Lewis as a two-way signing, right?
Lewis is a two-way signing, which means he'll probably be with the Windy City Bulls all year. And the only reason he'll come up is if for some reason someone gets hurt.
All right, anybody else we have, like Jamont Freeman? He was just signed.
Was he a two-way deal?
I don't know if he was a two-way deal, honestly.
He would almost have to be because he's not on the 15-man roster.
So he must have. And by the way, the summer roster, have you seen the summer roster?
Yes, I have.
Should put it up really quick.
Do you want to put it up really quick?
Let me get it. Summer League roster, Bulls. Yeah, I got it. Share screen. Is anybody out there? You know that song? Do you know a little Pink Floyd?
Yes,
Coach, can you
I know
sing
Pink
it?
Floyd.
Can you sing it for us?
No, I can't.
Come on, Shanger. All right. Ah, shoot! It just. All right. We're gonna have to make that get a little larger. Okay. How's that? Can you see that? Because I'm not on the screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so Ethan Thompson, same guy from last year. Marco Simonovic, Malcolm Hill. I wish it'd sit on here if they were a two-way player or whatever. Dalen Terry,
Everyone, basically, the only players on there I can think of that are two-way players. Well, this technically,
Malcolm
the only
Hill.
one I think on there is um, Justin Lewis and Malcolm Hill. I think are the only ones that are on two-way contracts, because everyone else, like, they're just on there to fill the spot on the roster. Most
Uh-huh.
likely, almost all these guys except for Marco and Dalen Terry, everyone else is going to be on. If they decide them, are going to be on the Windy City Bulls.
Hey, so Maker.
Yeah,
I- huh? Thon Maker's brother.
I think so.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I think so.
6'11", 235.
Yeah, he played at Howard University.
That's a big guy. I wonder if Marco's put on any weight over the summer so far.
It says 220 right there,
Yeah, I don't know what he was prior to that. I have to look at that. But
which isn't a lot because if you look at Malcolm Hill, right underneath him is 6'6" at 220.
hey, we have any DePaul fans out there?
I am.
So am I. Gosh.
Javon Freeman Liberty.
Now, that guy, you know, he came out on fire for DePaul last year. And then I don't know if he was dealing with injuries, but that guy was a shot maker. He was in the top 10 in scoring for the NCAA at first. I'm wondering if he could be an outlier. He could be someone like Max Struss eventually. Would that be nice to discover someone like that? Because obviously he showed some really good potential in the NCAA.
Yeah, the only thing now, and with the way the G League works, right? I mean, we had Devin Dotson last year on the Windy City Bulls, and he was kind of a two-way player with the Bulls and the Windy City Bulls. I liked him a lot as a player, but this year he's playing with a different team in the summer. I think it's the Bullets, the Wizards, for their summer league team, I think. But he was a good player. But that's the thing is, like, you're going to spend a year developing these guys on Windy City Bulls, and then I think, you know, at the end of the year, they kind of go wherever they want. That's kind of what happened with Max Strus, right? He played with the Windy City Bulls, and then he caught on with Miami, and kind of the rest is history. So
yeah, I'm trying to look at. I was trying to find out some more info about Marco over the summer, but
I know that the only thing I've been able to see is that he's been training with Vooch over the summer. I know they've been working out here at their workout at the Advocate Center next to the United Center. I know that they've been working out there over the summer, but you know, I don't know if he's made any kind of improvement. You know, they haven't said much, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see how he looks in the summer league.
I wonder how many people in the G League were scoring almost a double-double. He basically had 17 points a game. He had 17 points a game, 9.9 rebounds per game, and 2.7 assists per game in the G League. I wonder how many people have similar stats like that.
Some of the big men I saw that played down there, there's a couple maybe that might have been like that, but they were like older guys that had already been in the league, and they just were, you know, playing in the G League and kind of continuing their career. I literally think Thon Maker, I think, was one of those guys we just talked about, like, because he played in the G League.
Huh.
So
I'm looking at some of Nick Stauskas was in the G League last year.
Yeah, and then he caught on, and then he signed. I think he was playing with the Sacramento's G League, and then he got signed on by Boston for the rest of the year.
Are you interested in any of the G League people here? Since we're talking about
No one jumps out. Look, I'm happy with the 15 that we've got. Like, I think the 15 players we've got on the roster right now, I'm okay with. And everyone's going to have their gripe about it. Like, there's people that are going to have their gripe about it, right? But I personally think keeping the core intact is a good thing. And everyone's like, you're running back with the same team. Yeah, that's okay. This team was the best team in the league for the first half of the season. And once the injuries hit, it kind of showed some flaws on our bench. But this year,
I agree. We weren't a full squad all year long, except for that even in the beginning we weren't.
Yeah, because Patrick Williams got hurt the second or third game into the season.
He was out, and then Zach hurt his finger in December, I think.
Yeah,
or was that January? I mean, there were quite a few things in and out. Caruso was out, in and out. Just a lot of
right
like that. Yeah. So
Zoe got hurt. Derek Jones Jr. got hurt.
It was bad. It was bad all around, man. It's kind of like Chicago sports. The Cubs, the Sox, the Bulls all have had.
Sox are on a 3-game winning streak. We're in good shape right now. I like where the Sox are at, but that's another topic.
I do too. They're only 4.5 games out of first now.
Yeah, another topic for the day.
So I was looking at points per game on here. We actually some of these guys on here. See, I just saw. Let's see, Mac McClung. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's playing with the Lakers this summer.
Yeah, Carlik Jones is the name we saw on the summer league team.
Yep. Devin Dotson. There's my guy right there, Devin Dotson.
Devin Dotson. Who did he sign with? He's not with the Bulls anymore.
I want to say it was Washington.
Okay. So he was up at 21 points a game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he was solid with Windy City.
I wonder how many. Where was he shooting 3-point? Here, let's see, 3-point, 24%. Oh, that's god awful. His outside shot wasn't very good, but let's see who else is on there. Luke Garza. Huh.
He got drafted by Detroit.
I know. He was at 20 points per game. Anybody else up there that's on our team from last year to here? Where in the world is? It said he was around 17 points a game. Oh, Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook can't shoot mid-range shots, man. That guy is like up here. Don't you like Tyler Cook though? His energy, his dunks are amazing. He's an exciting player, but he's not one for the Bulls. So I really do. I think you're right about us having a roster intact. I just I think I'm a little wary, like everybody else is, of do we have a healthy roster? If we have a healthy roster, I'm excited.
I think we have a healthy roster. There's no reason to think otherwise.
No other reason.
So, all right, well, everyone, thanks for tuning in tonight. We're talking about Bulls and Goran Dragic because Vic's tired and needs to go to bed. So thanks everyone for tuning into the stream. If you haven't had a chance yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, get notified on future episodes. And we do appreciate everyone tuning in. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.
Love.
And digits.